What's up, everybody? I'm Lou, and welcome to Metal Lens Reviews. If this is your first time here, you checking out my channel, you like what you see, thank you. Please do me a favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, it really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me to provide you guys with more content to watch. Alright, so what are we doing here? So I know at this point, when this video is currently playing, the contest of Eurovision's long over, and a winner has been selected, whatever. I enjoy these things because, like I said, this not just being part of the job, but in reacting, but just being exposed to different musical artists from around the world. So why would I just stop because the contest is over? And I've been kind of meaning to get to them. What am I talking about? This is Georgia's entry into Eurovision Bzikebi. I hope I pronounced that right. And, yeah, On Replay is the name of the song. I'm not sure if they were here before, maybe. I think I might have seen them some time ago, previous entries into Eurovision. Either way, I can't wait to check them out. Honestly, just judging by the thumbnail image, because I have no idea what they sound like, they look exotic and just different, and that's honestly what kind of drove me. This wasn't a request. This was very random. So, and, I appreciate the country of Georgia. I love it. I love the culture, how far it goes back, and just, like I said, the people there, and the language, too. Like I said, it's also on my bucket list of countries to visit. So, alright, let's get to the video. This is Bzikebi with the song On Replay. And once again, this is Georgia's entry into Eurovision 2026. Okay, so real quick, oh wow, different. I got a trio here. So I tell you what I like about it and what they did different. So I don't know what it is. I'm weird, but I always kind of gravitate towards like Eastern Europe, Slavic countries for some reason. I don't know. Balkans, whatever. Or the Caucasus. I've done Armenia in the past. Anyway, my point is, I don't know. But one thing I do point out is they have this tendency of sounding like where they're from. Meaning, like, I imagine those countries having more of electronic Europop kind of feel as opposed to anything Western sounding. I notice a lot of countries that are like, have close relations, like really close relations to the United States, kind of emulate the sound of, America, like American Western groups, pop, whether it be pop, rock, R&B, and do their best to put their own spin on it. Georgia sounds like this band definitely has a modern feel. Totally get it. This is very club-worthy, dance-worthy, I would assume. I love that it's a three-piece kind of group here. This is the only song I'm learning, so I don't know if this is a common thing, but I imagine this is all of them, performing this song. It just has that, kind of foreign feel, and that's what I look for Eurovision. Their own stamp on it. It's okay to have to be influenced by other countries' sounds, and their artists, but to have that, just feel of your nativeness. I like that, and now it's projected through the music. But this is cool. And like I said, the only thing is, I don't know too many. Wait, let me see. Nope, I don't. I don't know too many groups in this genre of music that are like a three-piece. You know what I mean? Maybe two, or a band usually. But a three-piece group, I don't know what it is. It's either not enough, or they're just not that well known. I don't know off the top of my head right now, like a three-piece group that just sings, you know, unless you're like, think of like an a cappella group. But this is cool though, I like it. It doesn't veer off too much into electronic, you know, techno-y. It's kind of right in the middle, almost kind of has like an 80s feel to it too, which is pretty cool. So far so good though. Alright, let's keep going. Nice, love the transitions in the song. It keeps you interested, and it makes you kind of want to check them out, like see how this translates to, you know, live, like in front of an audience as opposed to a music video. Yeah, it's different. I will say that, very different. It's vibrant. It's very theatric. Whoever did the choreography of this, I don't know, needs a raise or something, man, because this is. Like, what? Looks expensive. And just how everyone's so, you know, in tune and in sync, you know, it's pretty impressive. And this is an awesome shot. Yeah, though, like I said, I will say, man, definitely an A+ for just kind of stepping outside the box a little bit. And, you know, just having you know, the range that this group has. You know, it definitely stands out enough, as opposed to being like a cookie cutter, like, you know, a lot of artists tend to fall into. But, you know, I love that they're different, you know, so I think that's pretty cool. Alright, let's keep going.
Severe, this is real, this is clear, not afraid, all the trial, stay with me a little way, love for miracles.
Nice. That was actually a joy to watch. Like I said, the choreography, the theatrics of it, everything about the music video definitely hit. It was awesome. Like I said, the song I felt like was different enough. It didn't fall into that too much techno, too much club pop kind of vibe. It was just somewhere in the middle with this retro feel to it, which I appreciate. You know, it's good. It's good. I don't know how well famous they are back in Georgia, but I imagine, you know, definitely made an impression to return to Eurovision, because I'm almost certain they participated. Anyway, yeah, great performance, great theatrics. the range of vocals with all of them. When you have, a three-piece like this, you could play around with the voices and, harmonize in unique ways. And I don't know why there's not enough groups out there that do this, but, I guess it must be overwhelming. But at the same time, it wouldn't hurt, instead of having to rely on, like, constant, vocal processors to change up voices, with certain groups. They just kind of played off each other when it came to, the music. But yeah, awesome. Like I said, Eurovision's done and over with now. I'm sure there's a winner, but I think, Georgia, like I said, I appreciate not just Georgian music, the artists. Like I said, I love the culture. I'm definitely planning to visit there. I've mentioned that a lot on here, and yeah, I would, if I had all the time in the world, I would visit half the countries that were represented on Eurovision. Honest to God. Because, I'm not just doing this for fun. This, like I said, this is me getting a chance to, expose myself to different music artists from all over the world. And I like it. It's fun. Definitely opens up the mind. Well, they have it, guys. That was Bzikebi with the song On Replay. Once again, hope I said that right. Awesome, different. I think they stood out. But yeah, there you have it, my friends. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you made this far in the video, please do me a favor of like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to, throw me, song to request, some suggestions, a movie to review, anything of that nature, I'll leave a link down below. How you can get in touch with me, entitled Buy Me a Coffee. And, if you want to reach out to me that way or support the channel, by all means. Other than that, my friends, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.